He's the COO of VeriDoc Global. Daniel Silva Lay joins us right here on New to the Street. Thanks so much for coming in.
All right, thank you.
Hey, can you give us a quick summary of how your technology works?
Yeah, so the VeriDoc protocol is it's highly geared towards document frauds and counterfeits. The way VeriDoc Global works is the user will scan a QR code on a document using any third-party device, and they'll be able to verify whether a document is true and correct. When they scan that QR code, what's actually happening is the unique hash value of that QR code is being checked against the unique hash value of a QR code on the original document and also on the blockchain. And when I talk about a unique hash value, it can be likened to, I guess, the DNA or the fingerprint of a file. And so the blockchain being immutable in nature lends itself as a highly trusted reference point for that verification process.
So how is VDG used to pay for blockchain transactions?
Yeah, so VDG is our utility token. It's an ERC20 token on the Ethereum blockchain. And VDG is used to pay for all the transaction fees associated with putting that unique hash value on the blockchain or metadata, depending on the use cases. Much in the same way you would pay for a toll if you were to cross a bridge or use a motorway in your vehicle.
So how exciting is it for you guys to have the VeriDoc Global app out there on Google Play and also on Apple?
Yeah, it's awesome. So we recently launched the VeriDoc Global app on both Android and iOS devices. At the present time, it's really just a high-quality QR code reading app. Doesn't have all those annoying ads at the bottom of the app like you see in some other softwares, and it's completely free to download and to use.
Now, there's a new feature being released this quarter that also uses an app.
Yeah, so the VeriDoc Global app in its current form sets the foundation for a ton of new features we're rolling out over the next couple of years. So the blockchain verified login protocol is one of those features, and that's due to be released by the end of this year. What that feature allows the user to do is to scan a QR code to access an account instead of having to type in a password. It could also be used for two-factor authentication. So a user could type in a password and then scan the QR code as well to log in. But employers might also use that as a tool to allow employees limited access to a company database, platform, or software.
So, Daniel, where does the app go from here?
Yeah, so I mentioned before that the VeriDoc Global Protocol is highly geared towards counterfeits. So it makes sense for us to leverage our app to be able to have better control over the QR codes that can be verified and blocked. That'll stop fraudsters from basically creating their own QR codes. We're also looking at big data and analytics. So that's particularly useful for counterfeiting because we can then detect anomalies when they take place. For instance, if you had a QR code on a luxury handbag that was being scanned in Los Angeles and New York at the same time, you could very quickly tell that one of those is a counterfeit and then take necessary steps to either block that QR code. I mean, counterfeiters are lazy. They'll probably do 1,000 QR codes, the same one, and we can technologically then block that QR code and take them all out of circulation, just like that.
No, that's really good. This is a good way for that to work. Now, Daniel, your roadmap also mentions VeriDoc ticketing launch to be released this quarter.
Yeah, so our VeriDoc ticketing solution came about from having conversations with the ticketing industry, especially ticketing agencies. And first and foremost, we wanted to stop counterfeit tickets. But we also came up with a solution to support ticketing agencies in the proper resale of tickets. They were particularly interested in stopping ticket scalpers and the illegal resale of tickets. So what our solution does is it would allow, for example, let's say if I was going to give you my season ticket for a small administration fee, the ticket agent would be able to put your name onto my ticket instead. The unique hash value would be updated onto the blockchain for verification purposes, and we wouldn't be left in an embarrassing situation when you're attending the game and they ask you for your ID and it doesn't match my name.
Wow, that's pretty good. A cricket match, right?
Yeah, cricket. Rugby.
We're at rugby as well. So Daniel, as we look to the future, what developments are coming down the pike?
Yeah, so we recently formed a partnership with DocuSign. DocuSign is a service that allows users to receive a digital contract or a digital form and then sign it using an e-signature, so an electronic signature. So our partnership with DocuSign will allow a user to receive that digital contract, but they'll be able to verify that before they DocuSign it. So making sure that the contents haven't been changed and that it has everything based on its original intended purpose. Once the user verifies that digital form or that contract, they DocuSign it, and then our API automatically updates the new unique hash value onto the blockchain so they can be verified without any chance of being tampered with following that signature. We're also looking at adding artificial intelligence, so AI mixed with our solution. And right now we're looking at a document compare tool to be able to give users a report when they scan the QR code of all the differences made to a document. So for example, if I had a 150-page legal contract, scanning the QR code would say, on page 26 the word liability was struck out, and on page 100, 120, and 121 the signatures were added. That is a solution that a lot of legal firms and companies would appreciate because it means that they get a report of all those changes, which would save them a ton in paralegal fees and speed up the process immensely.
All right, Daniel Silva Lay, the COO of VeriDoc Global, thanks for joining us.
Thanks, CJ. Appreciate it.
Much more to do right here on New to the Street.